Hello, garden lovers. I've missed you. It's been a while, and like I said, today it's gonna be like walk and chat, tour and chat the garden. So what I just did is I pulled quite a few obedient plants, and I'm sending it to a friend of mine on Instagram, and there's plenty to share, and I think there should be enough to get her started. So I will package it up and send it to her tomorrow during my lunch break. And speaking of lunch break, and that's basically why I'm not consistent here on YouTube anymore, because I decided to try being in the workplace again. And so I found a job, and it's very interesting. I picked that specific job is because it's something that I have not done before, and I'm a very inquisitive, and I love learning new things, and so I found it. I've started, and I think it's been a month and a half now. Unfortunately, we haven't really done anything work related, because the building actually is not ready yet. So they passed the electrical inspection this week, and so they're waiting still for the CO, or the certificate of occupancy for the building. And so it has been classroom type of learning, but I learned so much. It's basically like chemical engineer type of work, and so it is actually the first of its kind in the U.S. So the engineer that he's eventually going to be our manager. They have been racking their brain on how to approach people that don't have any engineering background and things like that. And so it was very interesting, and I've learned so much. And but the reason why I decided to do this is because my husband actually is retiring, and so he assured me, or I know that it's going to be, nothing's going to change. It's going to be the same. But, I just feel like, I don't know, I my, plant shopping is going to be limited, because, you don't really want to go crazy on your spending when, you have a fixed income. But unfortunately, I'm actually not going to take the job. I'm staying for another week, and hopefully I will find out what my position's going to be. I'm just curious, because we were being evaluated this whole time, and I just wanted to know what they thought of me and what position they thought I'm, capable of, or I fit in. So, but anyway, so I'm going to stay another week. Hopefully I'll find out, and I don't know. So, so it's kind of uncertain at the moment. And another reason I wasn't going to, I was going to really take on this job until I'm retirement age and maybe, reevaluate then in a couple of years. But my mother-in-law, she's 86, she'll be 87 in March. And my sister-in-law and my husband, they're the only two children. They, I don't know. I don't even know what to say, but I felt like I need to pitch in and help out in that part of our lives. And she's getting you know doctor's appointments and not remembering, and things like that. And so I decided I was just gonna maybe hang my hat for work for now, to spend time with her and take her to her appointments, even though she can drive, but her doctors are worried about that part. So, because what if? Lots of what ifs, and while she's driving. So yeah, but who knows? A lot could happen in a couple of days, so I shall find out. But anyway, for the meantime, I thought it's a beautiful day, but it's so sunny, and it's almost 6 o'clock. It's a very sunny day, so I don't even know why I should have done this later on around 7. So I thought I'd show you the butterfly garden, and I cleaned up the butterfly garden actually, and here's all my rubble. And so let me show you. So there's that area right there. Like I said, I cleaned up, so I pulled up a lot of the zinnias and the cosmos, but I left this guy. It's, if you can tell, there's the big trunk right there, and it just fell down on the path when we had the storm, and it has been blooming. Actually, like 2 days ago, this was full of bloom, and it was so stunning, laying, this thing laying on the path and putting on the show. But a lot of the spent blooms are kind of ruining the aesthetic. So, but so I just left that there for a minute. I still have lots of pollinators because I'm in zone 8, new zone 8. And so even though we had our first frost last week, it was like Tuesday night, we have crazy weather here in the south. So like today, it feels like, I don't know, 80 something degrees. So most of the plants that are a little hardy, they're going to continue blooming until around December actually. So I left some zinnias. There's a white one right there, and then there's an orange. Ooh, you can probably not see that right there. Don't worry, I'll go on the other side as well. And then the pugster buddleia, or butterfly bush, I haven't deadheaded it, but it's blooming. And then the crazy rose that I just planted literally this summer topped the rose tutor. And so and it's been blooming on and off, so it's a great rose. So I'm gonna have to see what it's gonna do next year. So I still have parsley. I finally took out the two tomato plants that I planted for the butterfly, for the butterflies, but excuse me, because the butterflies actually didn't eat the tomato leaves until like, which I didn't know when I was cutting it, until like two weeks ago. And so yeah, there were plenty of caterpillars on it, so hopefully they made it. But I also planted this parsley, and nothing is eating it, so I don't know, maybe next year I'll plant it again. But it has gotten really big. I don't really use a lot of parsley in my cooking, which I should. But so yeah, and then another butterfly plant is the golden Alexander. It's putting on a lot of growth. So there's that. And then of course the Gora. So this zinnia is a giant variety. So I actually was gonna cut it, but maybe I'll wait till tomorrow. There's 2 buds, or maybe 3, 4 buds that are about to open. So I think I'm gonna leave it until tomorrow and cut that down, because it has a lot of browning, and it's just almost over. And so here's what I did with the blooms. I put some parsley leaves, and it doesn't like to be in an arrangement, I guess, because it's wilting. And I also went with my mother-in-law. I took her to a funeral on Tuesday, and so afterwards we went to get some pansies and violas. So I planted some in this little pretty terracotta pot. And also one of my surprise was, this is almost going over, the dahlia that I got from Tractor Supply, the tuber, and it bloomed. So I was surprised. It was tickled pink or purple when I realized that it was blooming. Of course, like I said, I was working, and so I wasn't here every day to monitor the plants. So I still have some echinacea growing in there, and I also actually have lots of aguilegia or columbine seedlings coming up. I don't know if I should say I stole, but I picked some seeds from gardens I've been to this whole summer, and so I didn't know if they were gonna come up or anything, but there's plenty. They're everywhere in this garden bed, and so I can't wait for next year. I think they're different colors. One of them for sure was white, which I really love. That's the reason why I swiped some seeds. And then my pepper, I actually used, or my son used it in his pizza the other night. It had plenty. It was loaded with peppers, and so I took advantage and used it. I put it in a roast that I made the other day, and then, like I said, my son. So what I also did here is extend the butterfly garden beyond the circle, which the butterfly garden ended here, in this circle. And that was my intention. It's under this dogwood, but I was inspired actually to make a garden, a tea garden. And one day during my lunch break, I went to Lowe's, and lo and behold, I found a camellia sinensis, which is, sorry, car passed by, which you never used to see those before. I mean, they're usually grown in China and, you know, in those countries where they have cold winters, mild summers, or something like that. But I don't know what happened, but I guess everybody's talking about tea, and so I decided to make or extend the butterfly garden to this side, and this is going to be my tea garden. So here is the camellia sinensis. So I bought it. I didn't take the tag off. It's been probably 3 weeks since I planted it, but this is how they kind of merchandise it, you know. And it's actually all gone. I went there the other day and there's no more, and there was a rack full of them, and I am so excited. I actually found a tea garden that they sell the camellia, the tea camellia, but it's in North Carolina, and I was gonna go there, and you know, they kind of share their knowledge on how to grow tea and make the tea, harvest, and all that stuff. But so now I don't have to go. So yeah, it's a little empty still, and it's not even completely finished. I did a no-dig method again, and then on this side is the wild side. I have this hose to kind of lay out the future, or you know, the future expansion of this bed. I mean, I should have, it was actually a garden once, and then, you know, work and life and all that happened, so it became overgrown, and so full of poison ivy. I killed a lot of the poison ivy when I started the bed, but there's still plenty there. So I thought I'll tackle this in the winter. And there's actually this oak here. I don't know if it's a pin oak. I should have looked it up before I made this video, but I don't know if I should leave it here. I really love this oak. Our property is the majority of our trees in our property are oaks. As a matter of fact, I was going to name our property Oak Hill, but somebody already took that name. So, but anyway, you know, much to think about, and then I will decide. But if I leave that there, I think it might make this garden too shady. But then again, west is this way. But right now, west is this way because it's almost winter, and you know how the earth tilts and all that stuff. But so maybe it wouldn't shade this very much because the sun is coming from this way. So like I said, much to think about. I actually planted earlier today a part of my haul when my mother-in-law and I went to the nursery, are these little, I don't know, I call them Sweet Williams. So hopefully they will bush out and make an impact right there. And that grass is, I think it was a, it's called Prairie Winds. It was a proven winner, but the horses unfortunately stuck their head in between the fence rails and pulled it out. And but it's coming along. I think it's coming back. That's why I put that wire fencing there so they can't stick their head. But for now, I have those pretty I always call them windflowers, gallarda. So I have this yellow and then that pink variety. There's actually more. There's one over there, and the horses also got hold of that. I can't remember what color that was. I also have a bergamot, or it's a wild or a native monarda. Sorry. So yeah, that's gonna be, I have to keep an eye on that one. It's in the mint family, but I love bergamot and green tea, or green camellia leaves. What is that called? French something tea, if you buy it in the stores. And I love it. So I can't wait to make tea out of those two. And so yeah, the other part of the garden is, everything is just coming down or going over and done for this year. So maybe I'll make a video next week. I've been cleaning on the other gardens as well, so I'll show you my progress in there in the next video. But for now, that's where the butterfly garden is at. And so I'm gonna end this video and package this this plant from my friend. So so I hope your Sunday was enjoyable, and I'll see you again soon, dear garden lovers, somewhere down the garden path. Bye.